guys, and welcome to another video where today I didn't feel like writing a script because I didn't know what the hell I was going to talk about. So I thought, it would be a good plan. How about just sit here and ramble about Undertale and Deltarune, because that's what this is fan art of, and I'm totally just hopping on the bandwagon anyway, so I might as well just have fun with it and not really do anything. so here we are. And I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about, and then I thought to myself, it'd be fun. How about I just talk about how Undertale and Deltarune have slightly influenced my life in the past few years. So here we go, talking about that today. How fun does that sound? I hope it sounds good, because if it doesn't sound good, well, then I guess you should just click off the video, because obviously you don't belong here on my strange little channel. Anyways, so I first heard about Undertale when I was in 7th grade. I'm a sophomore now, so that was 3 years ago, which puts it about the time that it came out. So it came out September of 2015. I think I heard about it a month later. I had known sort of that it existed, but I didn't really get into it until my best friend introduced me to the song Megalovania, which I loved. I was like, oh my god, this is the pleasure of music in life, and I'm a little bit of a music nerd. Band kids have that happen a lot. So I was like, let me take a look at the rest of the soundtrack. So I did, and it was amazing. I thought that the soundtrack was the best damn thing in the universe. So from there, I thought I would look at the game, and within a whole week, took me a week. I don't know why it took me so long, but it took me a week, and after a week I knew everything there was to know about the game, sans pun intended, sans just a few little Easter eggs. Like I wasn't aware of all the gastro theories at the time. I wasn't aware of every single character. I still haven't had a full playthrough of the game. Like, obviously I'm not that much a fan, right? But a lot of things have come to life for me because of Undertale. Like, if you scroll back on my DeviantArt, some of the very first things that I posted there on DA are Undertale fan art. Like, for real, they are horrible Sans AU drawings. Because Sans was my favorite character when I first discovered Undertale. And then I figured out, Papyrus is far superior because
Papyrus is a friggin' nugget, and we all love Papyrus, and Papyrus is the best. Yes, I'm totally fangirling over Papyrus, because how awesome is Papyrus? I've had conversations with a friend of mine. He's a very good friend. I've had many conversations with him about how cool Papyrus is. He'll just sit there and ramble at me the same way I'm rambling to a microphone in my room currently. He's like, Papyrus is amazing because he's so good-hearted, and he's always positive no matter what happens, and despite everything, he's so happy, and he just refuses to be anything different. I'm like, you know what? Felix, you're right. You're so right. You're the most correct. Papyrus is obviously the most superior that there is. There's nothing better. How could there ever be anything better than Papyrus?
So obviously my favorite character changed from Sans to Papyrus. They just basically switched places, because the Skeleton Bros are my favorite 2 characters anyways. But they switched. They're cool. I love them. Anyways, so Undertale kickstarted my art career, basically. When I discovered Undertale, I was like, well, I've always liked drawing. How about I draw my favorite characters? So I did, and then I realized, drawing's really awesome. I want to do this for the rest of my life. So I just went on with it all the time. It was great. I didn't stop. I think I've drawn like a drawing a day for the past few years now. I haven't stopped. Like, maybe I went a day or two without drawing. I'll get right back to it. Maybe I spent those days reading. I know there was like a week that I didn't draw because the entire day I was just curled up on the floor reading a book. Like, for real. It's pretty great whenever you don't have anything to do and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna read. So I did. That was fun. Anyways. Other things that Undertale did, the song Megalovania is what inspired me to learn how to play piano. More accurately, teach myself how to play piano and then not get very far because I'm still really bad at it. I can't play anything worth anything on piano and I suck, but I'm still pretty good for not actually trying, I think. That's my excuse. It's really bad. But, when I heard the song Magdalena, the first thing I did was learn how to play it on flute. Because I play flute in band. So obviously practicing my instrument is going to be a great plan. So I decided, you know what, I want to play this song on flute. So I did, and eventually I had it memorized. I don't have it memorized anymore, which is kind of sad because it's a great song. But I did have it memorized for a while until I stopped playing it over and over and over and over and over again, as you do. And then I thought to myself, I was like, well, you know, on piano, you play with two hands. And so you can play the bass part with the treble part. So I'll just learn how to play piano, and therefore I'll learn how to play Megalovania. So literally what I did is I went and I got my grandmother's old keyboard. She was a keyboardist, apparently. But she has severe arthritis and various and sundry bone problems, and her bones are so brittle that you can't hug her too hard or she'll, like, snap in half. It's kind of scary. But, so I went and got her keyboard that she can't play anymore because her bones are so brittle, and I brought it downstairs because it's a little electric keyboard. Like, it's very small and crappy, but, you know, it works. So, obviously, something went right. So I brought it downstairs, and I got my laptop, and I just searched up the sheet music for it that I used to teach myself how to play it on flute. Because I figured, oh, yeah, this will work. I can read treble. And I sat there for 6 hours. And in those 6 hours, I learned the patterns on the piano. I figured out where all the notes were, memorized that, and memorized how to play the treble part or right-hand part to Megalovania. And I could do it, and it made me happy. Well, then I had to figure out how to arrange a version of Megalovania that I could play. And I did. It was very simplified. The bass is basically whole notes, and I just had to figure out when to change the note and so on and so forth. It's really very simple. But, you know, I've friggin' taught myself how to play piano because I liked a song. Like, I've never had a video game influence me so much in my life because I don't do games. I don't particularly like games. I mean, I don't have anything against a game. You can play a game if you want. What do I care? Play your games. I just don't want to play them. I don't see the appeal, really. I mean, I see the appeal of some games. Like, Minecraft is kind of fun because it's a sandbox. You can pretend to do anything. It's like playing Dungeons and Dragons, but with fewer dragons. There's only one. So I've never really been into games. But when I discovered Undertale, I really liked the story. I thought it was really cool because it was a narrative that you discovered. It was sort of like reading a book, or maybe watching a movie, but you chose how everything happened and you affected the story with everything you did. And I thought it was really, really, really cool. And of course, the drawing is not of Undertale characters; it's of Deltarune characters, which everyone says is the prequel to Undertale. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like it could be a sequel to Undertale. And of course, I've seen MatPat's stuff about it. And MatPat says that Toby Fox said that it was a completely different story, but in the same world. It was like an alternate timeline or something like that. I figure that it's a sequel. I feel like it's a sequel. I don't know why. I don't have anything to back that up. It's just the way I feel. You can debate that in the comments all you want. I don't care. I just don't feel like it's a prequel. It doesn't feel prequel-y, if that makes any sense. But, so I didn't know that Deltarune existed until my friend Felix, who loves Papyrus with me, like I said earlier, until he messages me, and he tells me that it exists, and he's gonna play it. And I was like, oh, okay. So he tells me that I should play it, because it's free to download at the moment, so I might as well. I tried to download it, and the download didn't work. I was very sad. I downloaded it later and played it anyways. But the next day, he messaged me again. He's like, kid, are you gonna play this, or can I just rant at you for a minute? I was like, I was gonna play it, but I don't care. Spoil all you want, rant at me. So he sits there, and for the next 5 minutes, he types out the entire plot of the game, and he sends it to me, and I'm like, oh crap, that's a wall of text. I did not expect that, bro. Are you okay? But then I read through it. I was like, oh wow, that's kind of interesting. So Azrael's in college? Wasn't he like a little tiny bean? What? I'm confused. Apparently we were Chris. I was very intrigued. I wasn't sure what in the world was going on. Told me about this kid named Lancer, and then there was Susie, who was a bully, and the entire game was you with Susie, and she wasn't a bully, sort of-ish by the end, and I was just very confused. But we had a very short conversation all about that. It was very entertaining at the time. I thought it was cool. So we just talked about that for a little while. Then I think a week and a half or so later, I was sitting in class. It was Human AMP. We were at the end of the day. I had finished all my work like an hour early because everyone else is slow and I'm really fast because I'm good at school. I mean, I don't understand why everyone else is slow, but I was done. My best friend was done too because he's also very good at school when he wants to be. I do have to explain algebraic equations to him when we're in geometry and learning about algebra things, which also doesn't make much sense, but you know, it's alright. He doesn't do math very well, that's fine. So we were both sitting in there, and he was telling me, you should play Deltarune. I was like, yeah, that'd be a good idea. So I tried the download again, and it worked. And I was like, oh, yes, awesome. So we both sat there, and we shared my earbuds, and I played the game, and for some reason he wanted me to run through the whole thing, and I didn't want to. I just wanted to walk. It made me sad that he made me run through it, because he just kept holding the button down. But, so we played through the game, and I finished it at home that same day, and then I did the Day 2 Vimber prompt, it was very recent. To the recording of this video. This video is being recorded on the 25th of November, by the way. At least the audio for it. Anyway, so I played through the game, and I thought that it was really, really adorable, and Ralsei was my favorite character altogether. Like, there's not a better character. So I immediately did a fan art of Ralsei, because I was like, aw, he's so adorable, and he's a little Azrael, but he's not, but still, it's cute. And he made me happy, because I just like adorable characters. For real, I'll just make a fluff nugget so I can draw a fluff nugget. I have an Avali character, and the only reason I have the character is because my friend was drawing one, and he introduced me to the thing that is the Avali, and it's just a big fluffy critter that looks like a freaking teddy bear, and I was like, aw, I want my own because I want to draw it. It looks so adorable. And so I drew Ralsei because I thought, aw, he's cute. He'd be fun. So I drew him in ink and colored pencil because I figured out that that's an awesome winning combination and we need more of that in our lives. It was friggin' fabulous. I had lots of fun with that one. I think I did that one on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So literally this week I did that one. And then the next day I sat down. I was like, it'd be a good idea if I did a Deltarune video. So I did. So I was painting through it, and it's another ink colored pencil piece. And I really like it, because I thought to myself, it'd be interesting if we just draw the main characters. And I had a lot of trouble with Susie's pose, because I'm really bad at poses, so I had to look up reference, and then I sketched it out in my sketchbook. And then I finished the piece, but then we went for breakfast with my uncle, and I literally sat there the entire time just making the sketch in my sketchbook better and figure out that I love ballpoint pens. That was the point of that story. But Deltarune is a fun game. I don't know where I was going with any of what I just said. Obviously, I can't ramble. Well, I can, but, it doesn't sound very nice. You just get to hear rants, basically. It's whatever. Anyways, I thought it was really funny how much of a mom that Susie was. I think it's really interesting about Susie, actually. She puts herself off as really, really, really mean. And MatPat theorizes that it's because she's poor, which might be true. His evidence was a lot. You can look up that video if you want. It's a good video. MatPat's great. I'm endorsing MatPat. MatPat is my favorite. Anyways. But she was such a mom to Lancer, and I think that the best part of that, the most prominent scene where she does that is in the maze puzzle in the game. There's a puzzle where Lancer is trying to lead you through a maze. Well, he's not trying to. He's running through the maze. And you have to get through the maze. And the way you get through the maze is because Lancer doesn't know where he's going. So you go where Lancer doesn't go. And therefore you get to the end of the maze. And when you actually get to the end of the maze, Susie's there at the end of it. And she's like, did you just leave Lancer in the maze all alone? And you're like, yeah, he didn't know where he was going. He just kind of ran off. And Susie's just like, why would you do that? He doesn't know where he's going. He's probably lost and scared. And I was like, oh my god, she's such a mom. She loves this kid. She's like me, but mean. And she makes me happy. I don't understand what? Just the fact that this is a story that exists, it just makes me feel really good. Like there are freaking candies that turn into monsters that you have to knock crowns off of so that they'll stop. Is that not amazing to you people? Like, what in the world? I thought it was really amazing. I didn't get a lot of the secrets that were in the game. Like, after I looked at it, I found out that there was a character. What was his name? It was like Jevlin, I think it was. I found that out from Matt Pet's video because he was explaining how Jevlin was the embodiment of the characters of Chris's, not the characters, of Chris's imagination, he said it was. And that when Chris stopped playing in this room where all of this roleplay was basically happening, that she locked away her imagination, and that's why Jevlin got locked up and all that mess. She, why am I calling her she? Him and she. Them. I don't know. But anyways, this video is getting long enough. My laptop's saying my startup disk is almost full, so I don't even know if it'll save. But, thanks for watching, I guess, and listening to me ramble about junk, and I'll see you next time.
You can follow me on social media, where you'll find posts of all my art. Any of my finished pieces are uploaded to DeviantArt, and I post works in progress as well as daily month-long challenges works on Twitter. If you like my style and want a piece of your own, I do commissions on DeviantArt and have a Zazzle shop. Links in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and comment. I would love to read what you guys have to say. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.